He lost everything. Zero. Homeless. Then built a global empire. The moment his company hit zero, he faced a choice. Most would give up, but he saw something others missed. A hidden advantage in rock bottom. He turned a single idea into a global phenomenon. How? By reframing failure as data. Every mistake became a lesson. That cognitive shift changed everything. His psychological resilience defies logic. After losing everything, he rebuilt from scratch. He convinced investors to trust him again. How? By showing belief. From homeless to CEO in less than a decade. That journey required more than luck. It demanded an unshakable internal locus of control. He owned every outcome. The exact moment everything changed forever. He made a risky move. He bet on himself. That decision paid off exponentially. It was the masterstroke. Why most people would have given up. The pain of failure is intense. But he used that pain as fuel. He turned adversity into advantage. That is rare. The hidden advantage of hitting rock bottom. When you have nothing left to lose, you become fearless. That freedom unlocked his creativity. It was his secret weapon. A lesson in cognitive reframing. He didn't see failure as the end. He saw it as feedback. That mental model allowed him to iterate quickly. He learned faster than anyone. The power of belief in the face of failure. He visualized success every day. That practice rewired his brain. He attracted opportunities by expecting them. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy. How he convinced investors to trust him again. He didn't ask for money. He showed them his vision. He demonstrated his commitment. They saw his unshakable belief and bought in. The ultimate comeback story that inspires millions. From bankruptcy to billions. From homeless to CEO. His journey proves that failure is just data. The real story has just begun. The childhood trauma that shaped his mindset began when he was just 7 years old, witnessing his family business collapse overnight, leaving them with nothing but debt and despair. This early experience planted a seed of resilience that would grow into an unshakable foundation, teaching him that failure was not an endpoint but merely a temporary setback on the path to success. By his teenage years, he had already experienced multiple business ventures that ended in failure, each rejection teaching him valuable lessons about market timing, customer needs, and the harsh realities of entrepreneurship. This is just the beginning. Subscribe to see more amazing content. Fire. Most people would have given up after the third failed attempt, but he viewed each setback as a necessary step toward understanding what truly worked in the business world. His first serious business venture launched at 19. A promising online platform that attracted initial excitement but ultimately collapsed under technical challenges and lack of funding. The bankruptcy left him with nothing but debt and a valuable lesson about the importance of sustainable business models rather than chasing fleeting trends. While others dismissed his failures as evidence of incompetence, he quietly studied every mistake, identifying patterns and insights that most entrepreneurs completely overlooked. It was during this period of reflection that he met an elderly mentor who saw potential in the chaos of his failures, offering guidance that would transform his approach to business forever. This mentor introduced him to the concept of post-traumatic growth, explaining how individuals can emerge from adversity with greater strength, wisdom, and resilience than they possessed before. The moment arrived when everything changed. He saw an invisible gap in the market that others had completely overlooked. This single insight would transform his entire business trajectory forever. While competitors focused on established markets, he noticed an underserved niche with desperate needs. This was not just an opportunity. It was a revolution waiting to happen. He made a risky move that defied conventional business wisdom. Everyone said he was gambling away his future, yet this calculated risk would pay off beyond his wildest dreams. Understanding human psychology became his secret weapon. He leveraged cognitive biases that most businesses completely ignored. This psychological edge would become his unfair advantage. The power of scarcity created an unprecedented frenzy. When people believed something was limited, they wanted it more than ever. Social proof amplified this effect exponentially. A marketing campaign emerged that defied all expectations. It wasn't just clever. It was contagious. People shared it voluntarily, creating a viral phenomenon that spread like wildfire. He built a culture where innovation wasn't encouraged. It was demanded. Failure became a stepping stone, not an endpoint. This relentless pursuit of the new became their competitive edge. The psychological principle of commitment became his most powerful tool. Once customers made small commitments, they were far more likely to make larger ones. This consistency bias drove unprecedented growth. The empire he built was worth billions. Then, in a single quarter, revenue dropped by 70%. A trusted partner had been siphoning funds for years. The betrayal was a knife in the back. Market shifts hit like a tsunami. New regulations made his core product nearly obsolete overnight. He couldn't sleep. Every night, he stared at the ceiling, replaying every mistake. The imposter syndrome was deafening. He considered quitting. He wrote a resignation letter, but he never sent it. Something held him back. He called his mentor. For the first time, he admitted he was scared. Vulnerability became his secret weapon. He gathered his team. He told them the truth. The company might die, but he had a radical plan. The pivot was radical. Abandon the core product. Build something new from the ashes. Everyone thought he was crazy. He called every investor. He showed them the data. He asked for trust, not money. Most said no. One investor believed. He wrote a check for $5 million. That check saved the company. Within 6 months, the new product launched, filled a gap nobody saw. Sales exploded. The company not only survived, thrived. Revenue doubled. He learned that failure is just data. Today, he speaks about vulnerability and resilience. The crisis was the best thing that ever happened to him. Hi there. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Smiling Face with Smiling Eyes Part 2 is dropping tomorrow. Subscribe for notifications. Loudspeaker.